Hey guys, what's going on? First off, I would like to thank everyone that has subscribed so far. It's been 3 or 4 days. I hit over 80 subscribers already, which I think is pretty decent. I went around and asked a few people that I've been following for a long time now if they had any tips or advice for me. And the most common answer I've gotten from them is stay original, which makes sense, right? But besides that, just make quality good vlogs and all that awesome stuff. So that's what I'm gonna plan to do. That's what I've been planning to do. And yeah guys, I'm looking forward to expanding this channel. Le Bar Croissant. Ooh, I like croissants. Today on the 6'4" Honda Show, I'll talk to you guys about how I bought my motorcycle and how I dropped it for the first time. Insert clap here. Anyways, I'm here to talk about getting my first bike and my first 2 tip overs or drops or whatever you want to call it. So everyone decides to get a bike eventually, and then, you know, they have their own little story and all that good stuff. So here's my story. Getting my first motorcycle, it was quite a journey. Like it is for everyone. I'm sure they look like crazy. They see a deal, they don't want it, they want it, they don't know what to do. They go back and forth. I finally decided on a CBR 250 and not a Ninja. Those were 2 options. So now I know what to look for. So I started going on the websites looking for a CBR 250. I was at a bar with my buddies. I checked Kijiji real quick, and I seen a 2012 CBR 250, you know, the red one, for $3 grand, brand spanking new, 1 kilometer on it. The guy doesn't ride no motorcycle. He just won it at a stag party, and he wants to get rid of it for $3 grand. Within 5 minutes of him posting it, I text him, I email him. I'm like, yo, tomorrow cash, I'll pick it up, don't you worry. And I didn't get actually, I texted him through iPhone, and iMessage, it says red when someone reads your message, right? So 10 minutes after the text, I check my messages, and it says red, but he never answered me back. So I'm like, that motherfucker, maybe he's just fucking with people. God damn it, I knew it was too good to be true. And the next day, he calls me back, and he's like, hey, you still interested in that bike? I was like, yeah. He's like, a couple of people already texted me and emailed me, but you were the first one, so I texted you and I called you first. I was like, oh, sick stuff. He's like, all right, so when do you want to buy it? When do you want to come see it? I told him I'd come in the same day, but then my work called me, so I had to go to work from 4 to 12. So I told him the next day. He told me, all right, no worries, buddy. You'll come by, check out the bike. If all checks out, buy it. So I'm at work, and I get a text message from the guy that's selling the bike. And it goes something like this. Hey, man, I'm sorry, but I sold the bike today. Someone offered $100 more, so I just took it and sold it. I texted him back all pissed. I was like, what the fuck do you mean you sold it for $100 more, man? We had a deal. If you were to sell it for $100 more, you should have told me, texted me, and said, hey, this guy's offering $100 more. You think you can match that? And I would have been, fuck yeah, I would have paid $3,500 for that bitch, man. And he's like, sorry, man, it's too late. And I told him straight up, I was like, yo, that's a dick move. That is not cool. And that's it. That's not cool, dog. That ain't cool, dog. So yeah, that happened. I was a little ticked off. And then a couple days later, I saw some girls selling a bike on Kijiji, 2011 CBR 250 with ABS brakes for $3,300. So I emailed her on Kijiji. She was 4 hours away. So I was like, hey, you mind coming 2 hours closer? I'll come 2 hours closer, so we both drive 2 hours, and then we'll just pick up the bike like that, and we'll set the deal up like that. She was like, you know what? That's fine. I was gonna go to my family's house that's close to there and just crash there for the weekend, so I'll just bring the bike on the truck, and that's it. Whoops, I just honked my horn by accident. So I'll just bring the bike on the truck, and that's it. And then she was like, but you're gonna have to put in a $500 deposit, because I don't want to drive 2 hours with my bike somewhere and you not being there, and then I'm screwed. And I was like, okay, but you're gonna be there anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But then we talk. I finally, you know, I was just tired of looking for bikes, and I decided to deposit her $500 through email money transfer. And she sent me pictures of the bike. It had like stupid little butterflies on it, a tank pad, like a pink tank pad. And I was like, hey, if I buy the bike, that shit's coming off. So she took another picture of them off, and I was like, you know, all right, this is real. I guess I'm not gonna get gypped $500. So the next day, she said she was gonna leave at 11 a.m. and text me when she leaves. So it's 11 a.m. I'm looking at my phone and nothing. 11:30, nothing. 12, nothing. 3 in the afternoon, nothing. And I was like, well, damn, I just lost $500 out of my pocket. Fuck a bike, I'm gonna go kill myself. So I'm in the washroom with the razor to my wrist, right? And she calls at 3:30, I believe. 3:30, she calls and she's like, hey, sorry, my daughter was sick, I had to go to the doctor's, but we're leaving now. So you can leave now too. And I was like, oh my god, fine, hopefully she's not bullshitting me. So I leave. I leave. So like an hour into the ride there, I text my girlfriend and I'm like, hey, just in case I get kidnapped, I love you, and please look for me. And by accident, I fucking texted the chick that's selling the bike, and she's like, what? I was like, fuck, I'm so sorry. That was not meant for you. And then I explained how it was a joke and all that bullshit. And then she laughed about it, and I felt stupid as shit. And like, her cousin was in the car too, so she fucking died laughing too. But anyways, we get there. Sorry? Thank you. She wants the D for sure. Anyways, I get there. The bike's on the truck. We swap information. I signed everything. And she takes the bike off her truck, puts it up on my truck. Check the bike out. Everything's all okay. Police nodded at me. That's what's up, motherfucker. And yeah, I'm riding home. I'm on the highway in an R6, like a girl in an R6 just flies by. I see her like kind of brake and stop, and she gives me a nod. And I was like, oh shit, people nod to you when you both have bikes? And I was like, damn, that's freaking cool. I didn't know about that, right? Because it's my first bike and all that. It's still on the truck. So 10 minutes into the highway, she nods, and I was like, oh yeah, she wants the D2 for sure. No, but yeah, it was pretty funny. And then when we get home, it's all strapped in, right, with the kickstand down, all the good stuff. We get home. My dad's so eager to try the bike because he's excited too. So he goes to the bike, unstraps it on the kickstand side on the truck, and the bike just flies towards the other side of the truck. Thank God nothing happened, nothing broke, nothing scratched. But I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? But it was all fun. My dad helped me with the whole bike thing, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Pops. Oh, you're welcome, son. So that was kind of my first tip over, or just a whatever, right? And then my second one, I was working 4 to 12 at work, and oh, by the way, I kind of went from my first bike to the tip over story without telling you guys. But anyways, my second tip over it happened at work when I was working 4 to 12 on a mad hot day. It was so hot, and I parked near the corner. So like a car can't park beside me, the rain can't hit me if it rains this way, and all that jazz. And then 10 at night, the guy comes in, like a colleague of mine, and he's like, hey, your bike's tipped over. I was like, yeah, buddy, fuck you too. And I go back to working, and then he's like, no, seriously, your bike's tipped over. And I'm like, oh fuck, supervisor, I'm going outside to the parking lot and I'm gonna go check the bike out. He's like, alright, I'm coming with you. So we get there, and dun 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 dun, the bike's tipped over. At first, me and the supervisor thought some asshole was playing with the bike. It tipped over. He couldn't pick it back up, so he gave up and just ran. And we decided to check the cameras, and I literally parked 1 foot off of the camera, so we caught nothing, and that sucked. I was so pissed. We checked it out a little bit more, picked the bike up. Even though it's a 250, it's still heavy. I had trouble picking it up with the supervisor too. But then we grabbed the flashlight, flashed the ground a little bit, and you can see little holes, kickstand sized. And the kickstand hole that it tipped over in, it was literally like this deep. And I was like, honestly, man, what the fuck? You gotta make me park here, and then it tips over like that. And the funny thing is, they wouldn't reimburse me for anything, nothing, all that bullshit they wouldn't do anything about it. I even asked the manager, I was like, yo, can I park in the front? Because the asphalt's different there, and it doesn't get soft like that when it's super hot. And he's like, no, you can't park there. Just put something under your kickstand when you park. And I was like, fuck, fine. And I go home, I can't really find anything thin enough to go under my kickstand, so I don't ride my bike to work anymore. My buddy was supposed to bring a puck for the kickstand, so I'm gonna do that. As soon as I get it, I'll start bringing it to work again. But the damage, this was scratched, my mirror was scratched, the left blinker was scratched. I thought it broke because it looked like it was bent out of shape, but I don't know, it kind of stayed together. I was kind of surprised. And then this handlebar was scratched, the back was scratched, my clutch was bent like this. So when I went home, I was scared that it was either gonna break or I couldn't shift properly. But it was all okay. I kind of had to like shift like this instead of like this. And yeah, that's what happened. I went home. I took two 2x4s, put the clutch in between them, took a hammer, and I started wailing on the clutch, hoping it wouldn't break, because otherwise I wouldn't really be able to ride. And it bent back, and it was all okay. So that was my second drop, I guess. I didn't drop it, second tip over, I guess. But yeah, it just hurt my feelings, man. And that's it. That's it, guys. That's it. Once again, if you're still watching, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it or I'll kill you. Do it or I'll kill you. I kill you. I kill you. And hopefully by today I hit 100, and that'll be like 100 subscribers in 4 days, which is kind of sick. Anyways, peace out. And that's it. I'm gone. Peace.